It's time for the Instigator, the in-your-face hockey podcast that is loaded with controversy and criticism. This hockey talk rant will spark your hockey thoughts and opinions. When controversy happens in the hockey world, the Instigator is there to fire off their opinion. You may agree, but you just might wholeheartedly disagree. That's what brings you back. Get ready for in-your-face hockey talk and controversy. The Instigator is hosted by Burud and is a production of Inside Edge Hockey News Radio.
Once again, another issue on the entry in that last attempt.
Oh, that went up high, and tumbling down to the ice again is Oshie.
Can't tell where the contact was on that look. Malkin sees him coming, and then, yeah, he puts a shoulder right into the head, right into the chin.
It's time for another episode of The Instigator. I'm Brad Burud. This is episode number 19, and on this show, we're going to break down the hit Evgeni Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins laid on Capitals forward TJ Oshie this week. I'll break down the hit, tell you what I think, legal, illegal, talk a little bit about the no suspension that the National Hockey League handed down, and a little bit about the fan reaction to this hit. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. And a big thanks goes out to our sponsor, One Timer Hockey. They have a great selection of hockey-themed t-shirts. Check out that site and get yourself a new hockey t-shirt.
InsideEdgeHockeyNews.com. NHL news for NHL fans.
All right, we had another hit in the National Hockey League this week that sent fans and media into a frenzy. I haven't seen that much Twitter action after a hit in quite a while, but let's break down the hit first. It happened Wednesday night. Pittsburgh Penguins, Washington Capitals. Evgeni Malkin moves the puck into the zone on a power play. TJ Oshie goes forward, skating towards Malkin. Malkin does a drop pass back to Crosby, I believe. And TJ Oshie doesn't stop his stride towards Malkin. And as he gets next to Malkin, Malkin just kind of stands up a little bit and drives his shoulder into the upper chest face area, actually, of Oshie. And if you watch different angles, and everybody's got different opinions on this one, and everybody's screaming bloody murder, and I don't know. I watched it from 4 different angles. I've watched it probably 50 plus times now. Because my first reaction was, wow, what a headshot. After I watched it closer and closer and closer, it looks to me like Oshie never stops his stride. And at what point is it the player's responsibility to slow yourself up so you don't get hit? At no time does Malkin drive forward. He drives up into Oshie, doesn't change his path at all. That's the part that makes me agree with the National Hockey League and the no suspension. I don't have a problem with the official giving a game misconduct. As much as I feel like it's a little bit harsh, I think it should have been, if anything, an interference. You can give a head contact. I'm fine with a 5. I mean, I'm fine with the game. And here's why. Because I want the officials to err on the side of caution on the ice. It's the league's responsibility to break that determination down after the game and determine that suspension. As far as the hit goes, marginal, but I don't think this was one of predatory action. I think this is more of Malkin's bracing for a hit from Oshie. Oshie's got that reputation. Come on, he hits all kinds of guys. Malkin's a big physical player. He's a beast out there. And Oshie's that aggressive player, and players expect Oshie to bury into him. Now, I know they're on a penalty kill, and usually you're taught not to hit on a penalty kill because you'll take yourself out of the play. But he never even breaks stride heading towards Malkin. I mean, what's Malkin supposed to do? Now, he probably didn't have to drive into his head quite as much, thus the penalty he's getting. It's an unexpected hit. The media went wild. The hit happened at the 3:27 mark of the third period, and my phone instantly went off. The NHL chose no discipline on this. They went with what was called on the ice. And the fan reaction was crazy, but it was actually about a 50-50. If you listen to the Washington audio to the call, it was the radio guys went crazy on Malkin. Called him everything you can in the book. We're happy as heck he was kicked out of the game. Listening to a lot of talk radio over the last couple of days and breaking down the hit. Most of the media members actually agree with me on this one, and the fact that they feel like there's some onus on Oshie to protect himself and to slow up before going into Malkin. Malkin never changed his direction at all, and that's really what broke this down for me is he never did change his direction. He did raise up. He didn't leave his feet. He raised up. His elbow never, ever left the side of his body. It was straight shoulder into the face chin area of Oshie. Did it hit him in the head? Yeah, it did. It's hockey. Guys, we've been complaining all week and month about how hockey's become so soft. Well, if we're going to start suspending guys for that, then we're really, really soft. Heck, Oshie's reaction wasn't even that bad. He didn't say much about it. He said the important thing was they won. He didn't care if Malkin receives supplementary discipline. Maybe he does deep down, but that's what he said in his post-game interview. Now, I've had a whole bunch of people tell me, well, what if this was Tom Wilson? Why does everybody say that? Well, number one, I wouldn't give the benefit of the doubt if it was Tom Wilson because he's earned that. You make your bed. I don't think Evgeni Malkin's a dirty player. He's got a couple questionable things in his career, but I don't think he's super, super dirty. There's been a couple things that I can remember, though. I don't think this was predatory. I think the penalty that he got was appropriate. And you know what's funny about the whole deal is hockey karma came back into this. As Oshie scores the game-winning goal, Pittsburgh Penguins lose to the Washington Capitals. Overtime goal, TJ Oshie comes back after the hit. I'm glad he's not injured. I'm glad there wasn't a suspension. I think the NHL got this one right, although I know a lot of people are upset about it.
Inside Edge Hockey News, lighting the lamp and raising the cup.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Instigator, brought to you by One Timer Hockey. Hockey t-shirts for hockey fans. Check out InsideEdgeHockeyNews.com for all your hockey news. Follow us on all forms of social media. And most importantly, download The Instigator on your favorite podcatcher. We can be found on Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeart, YouTube, and Spotify. Thank you for listening. Enjoy this week's hockey action, and always voice your hockey opinions.
Inside Edge Hockey News on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. Get connected.
Thanks for listening to The Instigator. Check back for future episodes or download the show on your favorite podcatcher. Keep up to date with all the hockey news at Inside Edge Hockey News. And check us out on all forms of social media. Until next rant, take care and enjoy the hockey action.
This has been a production of Inside Edge Hockey News Radio, copyrighted and distributed by the Inside Edge Hockey Media Group.